is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
And bottom line, when you're the starting QB, what is it?
Get the W.
Get the W.
They did that last week.
Right, he got that done. Wasn't always pretty. There were some great moments. He threw 4 touchdown passes.
But got to eliminate those mistakes.
Got to take care of that.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Still going. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Monarchs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 128 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Again, they turn to Ford. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 68 yards. And the Black Knights respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Aubrey good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Jackson options out left. Oh, he shifts past him. And down to the 36-yard line here. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Now 2nd and 3.
Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Andrews' first catch, good for a first down.
Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Now Jackson.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. And it's 2nd down. Mitchell. He's going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way.
And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Marquise Brown, a 5-yard touchdown. And his guys have taken the lead. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it's Hollywood, Marquise Brown, who finishes it off with the touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
On the return is Duvernay. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Ford.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Richardson to throw off play action.
Steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Ford. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
London about set to take over on offense.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Running left, here's Mitchell.
Pushing through the contact. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't he? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him, it should open up things for you.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
This is Ford. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Now Richardson. More short pass here taken in by Laporta. But following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. 3rd and 5. Now Richardson back to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
On 1st down, Richardson.
He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. On to the second quarter, Mexico City in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Black Knights have taken the lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think...
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown! Jerome Ford, 29 yards. And the Black Knights have regained the lead. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And it's now 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
This taken in right around the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Anthony Richardson and the offense back out.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Richardson on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10, back to the air with Richardson.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Byron Young make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And this one is right through, and that'll bring him back within a point.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, in with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
Yeah, he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards that time.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown.
Christian Watson.
57 yards.
And the Monarchs add 6 to their lead.
It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, it's Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Richardson working from the gun. It's Hill, complete. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Richardson out of the shotgun. Throw left side complete. That's Hudson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Richardson buying time to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Kayvon Thibodeaux able to run him down for a loss of a yard. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now it's Richardson. Touchdown! Tanner Hudson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights are back within a couple of the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. London about set to take over on offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to pull off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Jackson. In trouble, and he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways. A handoff from Mitchell running left. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
1st and 10, it's Richardson.
Now they go screen. It's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Here now, 2nd and 4. A final shot before the half. Richardson. That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath, as it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And they're drawing close to halftime with the Vikings out on top. The Vikes locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. A touchdown run there for Javonte Williams. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. The Jets trying to hold on and claim victory. We saw a terrific first half from the dual-threat quarterback, Lamar Jackson. He got out to a hot start with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes, threw another for good measure in the second quarter. So he has been on target throughout.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, they brought the lead into this third quarter, and now they're really stepping up, setting a tone here defensively.
They came right out roaring because you had to know that in the locker room, they talked about setting that tone that you just described, continuing the dominance that they exhibited in the first half.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Now it's Jackson.
Got his man, it's Jonathan Mingo.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
That's caught by Mingo right side.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action, it's Jackson. And he can't get rid of it, he's taken down.
Kwity Paye.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end and have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
Here's 3rd and 10.
To throw is Jackson.
That is caught.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Now Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Christian Watson
With his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum go.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is up to 8. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Richardson's throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
Over the middle, complete. That's Hudson. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They run with 4. Down inside the 40.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Being chased down, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Richardson looking to throw this. Open man is Duvernay.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal.
From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll get the lead down to 5.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He continues to just torch this defense. Perfect on the last drive, including his 4th touchdown pass of the game.
Similar to hitters that are in that great zone in baseball, and they say the ball looks bigger when it's approaching the plate and they're smacking it around.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, that's football for me.
Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
What a game he's having. They've not been able to stop him or even slow him down. He's got 2 touchdowns already. That could have been a 3rd. He's got the secondary coach asking people for answers. Can you help me out? Because we are not slowing him down.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Jackson's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice... And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And as a result, possession switches hands. On 1st down, Richardson. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Ford, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. London about set to take over on offense. We've got a close game. The offense has played well, but right now they've got to keep their foot on the gas.
And that carries with it an extra bit of pressure, doesn't it? As much fun as they're having right now, they're locked in, really clicking on all cylinders. They also know that if they ever miss a chance to put points on the board, they've actually put their team in jeopardy. And that's not how you want to play the game. It's supposed to be complementary football, offense, defense. But today, it's all offense for them.
Yeah, they've been playing with a sense of urgency. It's probably going to need to continue. 95 catches for him now on the year, and it's a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
1st down, here's Mitchell. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Eyes the crossing route and hits Watson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Jackson's going to keep it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Monarchs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They go play action with Richardson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's Drew Sanders who got in there and dropped him. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. This offense so far on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Richardson. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Ford. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Throwing again, it's Richardson on second down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Draymond Jones in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Richardson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ford. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 58 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. An option give now to Mitchell. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
On the counter, Mitchell. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Jackson. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 15. A minute 56 to go. They're going to need a Christmas miracle to pull this one out as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now Richardson. Connecting with Hill. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Able to find Mims. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Here's Richardson.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
One last shot for Richardson.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second-half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us, not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here, knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So for London, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Mexico City, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.